Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you how to make gingerbread cupcakes with a cinnamon cream cheese frosting. We're going to go ahead and get started first with the cupcakes. What I have here is 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour, and to that I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of ground ginger, 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, and if you would like to add nutmeg and allspice, you can go ahead and do that. I do not have either of those things, so I'm just going to skip them. And then I'm also going to add just a pinch of salt. And I'm going to whisk this together really well. Now that I have all of this whisked together, I'm going to set it to the side. Now in a separate bowl, I'm going to beat together 3 sticks of butter. That's 1.5 cups of butter. And I'm just going to go ahead and cream this and soften it. This is already softened, but I want it to be nice and, creamed. And now I'm going to add my sugar. I have 1 cup of granulated sugar and 1/2 cup of brown sugar. And I'm going to beat that all together. You want to be sure to go ahead and scrape down the sides of your bowl whenever you need to. Now to this, I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of molasses. And I'm going to beat that in really well. Now I'm going to add in 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla extract and 4 eggs. These eggs are at room temperature. And I'm going to beat the eggs in. Now I'm going to slowly beat in my flour mixture. Now you want to line your cupcake tray. This should make anywhere between 22 and 24 cupcakes. It just depends on how full you fill your liners up or how big your tin is. I'm actually going to be just using regular liners, and because these are a Christmas cupcake, I bought some little Christmas wrappers, and I think what I'm going to do is, because since these fade so badly, when the cupcakes are baking, I'm going to line it with just regular ones, and then at the end, when they're all cool, then I will put them down inside of a Christmas one, just so that they look a little bit more festive and you can kind of tell, that it's a Christmas wrapper. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and do, is just line my cupcake tray. You could just use all white wrappers if you have those, or you could, use those if you want. It doesn't matter, whatever you want to do. All right, now I'm going to just take my little scoop. This is a little cookie scoop. I'm really not sure what the ounces are for this one. I really have no idea. But you want to fill your cupcake liners to about 3/4 of the way full. So I'm just going to do a scoop and see how that goes. I think that looks pretty good. So I'm just going to do like a scoop in each of them. And this is a very sticky dough, or a sticky batter. So you might want to keep that in mind when you're doing this. It smells really, really good though. It really smells like gingerbread cookies. What I'm going to do, since this is such a sticky batter and it's all just like kind of clumping up right in the middle, is I'm just going to take a spoon and sort of spread it out a little bit. And then that way it's a little bit more evenly distributed. I'm going to bake these at 350 degrees for about 20 minutes. You may want to test them to see if a toothpick inserted in the middle comes out clean or not. Every oven's different, so it'll vary. But I will show you what these look like when I pull them out of the oven. Bye. I just got my cupcakes out of the oven. I was able to get 24, but as you can see, these aren't as full as these over here. I ended up using the batter that was left in the bowl just to fill all of these up with probably about another, I don't know, tablespoon or so of batter. and you know, in each of them, and that's what I got. So that's fine by me. I'm gonna take these over to Family's for the weekend, just because I don't want to leave these here, because then I would eat them and I don't need to be doing that. So I'm gonna let these cool in the pans for about 10 minutes. Then I'm gonna move them out to a wire rack, let them completely cool, and then when I come back, I will show you how to make the cream cheese frosting. Now I'm going to show you how to make the cinnamon cream cheese frosting. In a bowl, I have 8 ounces of cream cheese, and it's softened, but I'm going to just whip it up a little bit. And now to this, I'm going to add probably about 4 cups of powdered sugar, but I'm going to start off with 2. And I keep my powdered sugar in one of these little shoebox things. It's just easier to get it out, especially if you decorate cakes and things and you use a lot of powdered sugar. I've just found that this is so much easier to use one of these than to maybe use a jar or straight from the bag or whatever. Plus it's airtight and it keeps it fresh. That's just a little tip. To this, I'm going to add a teaspoon of vanilla and a tablespoon of cinnamon, and then I'm going to mix this all together. I'm going to go ahead and add 2 more cups of powdered sugar. And I'm going to add anywhere between 2 and 4 tablespoons of heavy cream. I'm just sort of eyeballing it. I added maybe about 2 tablespoons there. So I've sat out some of my cupcakes and I've put them in these little Christmas wrappers, and now I'm going to show you how I'm going to decorate them. This is obviously totally optional. It's just whatever you feel like doing. I have this little Pampered Chef decorator thing. I don't even know what this is called. I've never used this before, so this is my first time that I'm going to use it, and I have like this little kind of like star tip on it. So what I'm going to do is just swirl the frosting on here like I normally would. And you want your frosting to be a little bit on the stiff side so that it will keep its shape and not fall and melt. I probably could have added a little bit more powdered sugar to this just to make it a little bit stiffer, but I think this will be okay. I'm going to go ahead and do another one. And you can put as little or as much frosting on these as you want. And now what I have here is just a little strainer. It's just a little teeny tiny little strainer, and I've put some cinnamon in it, and what you can do is just tap just the tiniest little bit of cinnamon on your cupcakes. Or you can use these little tiny gingerbread men, which I actually found at Walmart in, you know, those little jar things that has all the different kind of sprinkles in them. Well, these are little tiny gingerbread men, and I thought they were so cute, and I thought they would be cute to just sort of, you know, lay on top of your cupcakes, maybe with some other sprinkles if you wanted to do that, or you could just leave them plain. You could also put the gingerbread men on the ones that have the cinnamon on them. So that is my video for gingerbread cupcakes with cinnamon cream cheese frosting. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. That really helps me out a lot. And I hope you have a Merry Christmas. Bye!